Well, well.
Paimon sees it! Oh, but it's way up high. We'll need to find a way up there. Don't be scared! We finally found all of them.
Great work, everyone! Okay, now first, we need to figure out how to control this thing. Its qualities are very similar to that of a man-made device, but it doesn't seem as intuitive to me.
Is there something wrong?
See, look at this. After activating a normal spirit door, we could just go ahead and use it. But this one requires someone to stay and keep operating it here. Also, according to the map, we need to activate the mechanism and switch between different phlogiston nodes to change the path of the Spirit Way. If we don't operate the nodes properly, then the people on the Spirit Way will come tumbling from the sky.
Isn't that super dangerous?
In theory, the process should be very safe, but only if the 3 phlogiston nodes are each being operated by someone.
Do you think you'd be able to operate it? I just tried, and it clearly requires more skill than a typical spirit door.
Though I've never tried before, I've read a lot of information and theoretically should be able to properly control it. Let me give it a try. Huh? But in theory, this shouldn't happen.
If Varamdra can control it, then that also rules out me.
Okay, well, how about you?
After all the adventures he's been on, handling something like this should be easy peasy.
All right, then it'll be up to the Traveler to stay here and operate the phlogiston node. I'll go activate the mechanism. I'll let you know when we need to switch nodes. Just make sure you quickly head to the corresponding node, and we should make it safely.
Wait, but handling it this way sounds even more dangerous, Mualani.
Don't worry. It looks like the spirit ways are all above the water. I'm pretty good at swimming, so I'm not afraid if I end up falling in.
But it's so high, and you'll be falling so fast. If we don't manage to reach a node in time, or if we make a mistake, there's a lot that can happen.
Do you still remember the promise we made before we left Paimon? Only those who can trust each other with their lives can reach the mysterious island. Since you two are willing to trust me, then naturally, I'm willing to trust you.
Alrighty. Please be careful. Please be careful.
Now, how to control the phlogiston nodes. Let me reflect on the information I read.
I'm so happy Varamdra was able to help the team.
Now switch to the spirit way on the right! to the next spirit way! Traveler, get to the next node!
Got it! Paimon heard Mualani shouting just now. Let's go find the node we need. Mualani, we've taken care of the final node. Please be careful.
Carbon waves! That was perfect.
You were amazing, Mualani. There were a couple of moments Paimon thought it was over.
I'm confident I could do it all over again. Wait, why are the phlogiston nodes no longer lit?
Oh no, you're right.
It appears the phlogiston nodes here need to automatically recharge. Once they're activated, they'll be unusable for some time.
In that case, no matter what happens next, we have to seize our chance. Otherwise, who knows how long we'll have to wait for another shot.
Do you hear that?
The weather's getting gloomy, and a bunch of whirlpools just appeared in the water.
Yes, we need to get to higher ground and take a look. Hey, look over there!
Whoa, there's a giant whirlpool over there.
Yep, and that's our next stop.
Huh? What do you mean?
The info I deciphered from the map points to only one possibility. To reach the mysterious island, we must enter that massive whirlpool.
No way.
Forgive me for being frank, but as a guide of the people of the Springs, I'm sure you understand the danger of such a vortex even better than we do.
Yes, I know. But whether it's the information deciphered from the map, or the direction of the spirit way that I observed in the air, everything points to the path ahead being hidden in that whirlpool.
And what if you're wrong?
Paramdra.
I'm not trying to be unreasonable. Unfortunately, I'm very knowledgeable in this area. The spirit ways must have affected the nearby bodies of water and lowered the water level. That's why the whirlpools appeared. At this rate, some of the land that was once underwater will soon reappear at the surface and see the light of day again. Don't you think that sounds more like the definition of a mysterious island? So, our goal should be the shallow waters. If we enter that vortex, the undercurrents will drag us to the bottomless abyss.
He does seem to have a point.
I can't find any evidence to refute your claim for the moment, but I still trust my judgment.
Then it seems like it's time for our collaboration to come to an end.
But didn't we all agree to trust each other?
I have reached this conclusion based on my field of expertise, and I cannot deny it, even if you try to convince me otherwise. From now on, let us each choose our own way.
No, I refuse.
You!
Letting your clients separate themselves from the group in the middle of a journey will result in the worst luck possible. I will not agree to that.
Then we can implement the plan I proposed at the very beginning. You're not my guide, and as such, you don't have to take responsibility for me.
Oh, but you can't do that once you've traveled together as a group. If you were to leave now, we'll all be hit with bad luck. It's now beyond both our control. How about this? You and Karia wait here. We'll go first and investigate the whirlpool. I know you like to explain everything with theories and logic, so let me build my case first, and then I'll come back to convince you.
Well,
Traveler, Paimon, let's get going.
you're better acquainted with her than I, so you should tell her to carefully reconsider her decision.
Baramdra is quite knowledgeable about Natlan's geography, so his ideas might also be worth considering. Perhaps you can give it some thought.
Whoa. The massive whirlpool is up ahead. Just the thought of going in there is making Paimon dizzy.
Do you also think that this is a reckless decision?
Well...
It's okay. That's completely normal. Actually, I completely understand how Varamdra feels. This is just how it is to be a guide. The tribe's experiences passed down from generation to generation are what give us the ability to guide our guests through hardships. This gives us the power to decide which way we should go. But it also means that we must bear the consequences of our mistakes and judgment, which could be quite dire this time. Although I'm pretty convinced that all the leads we have collected are pointing us to the whirlpool, I still don't know what awaits us inside. If the scholars still choose to reject my plan, I won't have the confidence to ask them to only do as I say. The same goes for the two of you. You are the commissioners, so if you think this is too risky, then it's perfectly reasonable if you want to end the trip here. The good news is that I know the way back to the tribe very well.
Mualani?
Traveler.
That's right. You've trusted us before, Mualani. Now it's our turn to trust you. Besides, it's gonna take more than a whirlpool to scare the two of us. We all managed to make it back from the Night Kingdom. After an experience like that, what's so scary about being sucked into a whirlpool?
Aw, Paimon. Come on, bring it in again.
All right. Let's investigate this whirlpool and see if we can gather any info to convince that scholar. Matters of luck aside, he definitely knows a lot about geography, and we'll need him on the team.
I know, it's just that we can't see much from here. I'll get closer to the water and have another look.
Wait a sec. Is it just Paimon, or does the whirlpool seem to be getting smaller?
You're right. Maybe it's just like the phlogiston nodes and can only be active for a certain amount of time.
That means we need to hurry.
Miss Guide, we have a problem.
Karia? What are you doing here?
I tried to persuade him, but Varamdra insisted on verifying his theory first. He said that the water to the south was about to be shallow enough to wade through. But after he took a few steps, the water suddenly began to surge and he was swept away. I'm not much of a swimmer, so I came to call for help.
Oh, why did this have to happen now? Can we still make it into the whirlpool?
No time to hesitate. I'll get in the water and rescue him. Just tell me which way he went, Karia. Let's ride! That way? He's been pulled away by the current! Karya came and found us just in time.
Oh, there they are!
Verandra, thank goodness you're all right. Thank you so much, Miss Guide.
Oh, didn't I tell you to wait for me?
Judging by the changes in the water's surface, the path to the mysterious island wouldn't be around for long. I didn't want to miss this opportunity. It's just... I didn't expect my calculations to be wrong. It seems you were right.
Right, who knows if we can make it back in time now? Huh? Well, the whirlpools have disappeared!
Seems we missed our chance.
Why would you give up on such an opportunity to come rescue me?
How can you say that? It's already bad enough that you had to be left behind. Do you think I'd let anyone in my group drown?
I'm really sorry.
Don't feel guilty, Karya. I think if I reactivate the nodes, that will cause the whirlpools to reappear. The only problem is that we still don't know exactly when we'll be able to do that. It's already getting late now, and we've been on the move for a whole day. As your guide, I suggest we make camp first and have a good meal. We can talk about the other stuff tomorrow.
Now that you mention it, Paimon is feeling a little hungry. Hey, Paimon's stomach can be very sensible. It won't interrupt while everyone's busy solving puzzles.
We have plenty of tasty things to eat. Let's just find a suitable spot to make camp. I like that place right over there.
Is this the spot? Let Paimon and the Traveler help set up the tent.
Go ahead. I'll take care of the fire. Oh, and here's a little camping tip. It's best to set the tent upwind from the campfire.